Oh yeah, that looks fine. Little air flap is loose. Probably have that ballast issue that these are known for. Well, to make sure, let's get inside. We'll check the 385 to the ballast. If we have the 385 and we have the control signal, then we know the ballast is bad. So let's start opening it up. I've been wanting to do a full video on replacing the ballast in one of these. I keep losing footage, so we're going to try and not lose footage this time. So first, the silver screws come out on the side. That will get this off. Set that over here. Same thing on this side. Yes, I have one glove on. To work the touchscreen on the camera, it's easier. Take that one off too. Those are off. Now, might as well take these out. These will have to come off, so while we're down here, let's pop them out. I don't think the filter holds anything, but we'll take it out just to be safe. And then these two. Now there's a bunch on the back that I believe have to come out to let the back go free. Alright, and then screws on the top. Do the back first. The far side. To a higher gear. Okay, now this comes off. Yeah, there we go. Man, is it staticky up here? I need to get a humidifier for up here. Actually, hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be moving shop soon. Process of setting up a new workspace, so fingers crossed for me. Alright, we're going to unplug the front cables. Can't quite get to those yet, so let's see. I can get the door switch. I wonder why that didn't close. There we go, that's better. I can't quite reach that, so yeah, let's take the metal cover off now. Let's make sure it's still in frame. Yep. See it. Let's take that off. Now we're inside. Let's see, let's unplug the front panel all the way. It's going to be this one, plug it in. Okay, so let's move that front panel, just set that back here. Now we have to get down in there. Ballast is in here. I always remember this being interesting. I used to try to hold on to the tape, but I actually have to roll this stuff, so we'll replace it. Just tear it off and throw it out. Okay, so come on. These particular screws are affixing some horizontal brackets to this side plate. Gonna hopefully release that whole side plate. I'm pretty sure I got to disconnect some stuff on the back. I remember this being not awful, but just kind of difficult. Okay, so that's, yeah, alright, you guys can see that. Okay, so this comes off, there we go. We have to check here. This is the 385 to the ballast that's in there. It's probably good. I expect it to be good. Getting the ballast out is going to be difficult, though. We have to take that main board out, or at least get it loose. But I think what we'll do is we'll put the lamp in, put the door on, or I'll put the door on, I don't need to put the lamp in, and we'll check it with a meter. Let me put that lamp door on and grab the meter and set that up. Adding power. Hopefully I got those in far enough. $385, so that means there is power going to the ballast. And it's now seeing that it didn't strike, so it's going to start again. We should see 385 pop up, I believe, 3 times before we get the lamp error. Most projectors, it'll try 3 times, and then it'll error out at that point. This one may not, though. Maybe it only does it once. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the front panel connected. Maybe I need to plug that back in. Okay, so I have standby light. Plug the front panel back in. Let's see if we hear the shutter open. There goes the shutter. Interesting. Oh, I didn't have the shutter switch plugged in all the way. Hang on. I'm going to show you guys a quick little trick. Occasionally, the door doesn't shut. There's a release button right here that you push that, and it lets that door slide back shut. So you need to close that sometimes. Sometimes if your power goes out, the projector won't reset unless you do that. Now personally, I've never actually seen that fix anything, but it's good to know if you're that 0.5% that it applies to. So alright, so the plugs are all in right, door is closed. Alright, just opened. It hit the switch, told it that it's open. We have our 385. And of course, we have no lamp, no ignition. I don't even hear the ballast. We would hear a tick, 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 tick if it was trying to light. So this should drop to 0 soon, and then we'll probably get the warning lights. I was going to check the control, but I'm fairly positive the control is fine. We may check it one more time right here on those. In fact, I'll do it. I will do it so that you guys can all see what you need to do. I'm just waiting for it to error out here. It's going through the different. There we go. Okay. And of course, the cover didn't close, so hit the button, close the cover, and hold the power. Alright, so hopefully I can get a reading off this connector. It looks like I am. Alright, so that 1 volt, 5 volts, that was it trying to start. We'll probably see that drop to 1 volt again. That must be the power in. Let's see if that drops again, because they're going through an optocoupler. It's ground. See, we should see these dropped about 1 to 2 volts or so, because that means that the optocouplers were being fed, and I'm pretty sure that's the case here. We saw that try to ignite. Yeah, now it went to 0, and we have lamp error. So that tells me the ballast was trying to fire, but it can't, so that means the ballast is bad. You can't really test the parts in the ballast all the time. Some you can, but not all of them. So this is the way you need to figure it out. If you have power, you know, if you have your 385 and you have control voltage coming in and nothing's happening, and you know the lamp is new, you can be pretty positive it's the ballast. So now we got to get it out, and that's the fun part. So I took fasteners out of here, so this is now loose because we want to take this board out. So these screws come out. What we're going to have to do is move the plate underneath so that we can get the ballast off of it. Thankfully, aside from the black screws, JVC is using all those silver ones. So, pardon me. So these low voltage differential cables, or video cables, these are actually going to the display, you know, the LCOS panels. Come on. Come on, you can come out. Let's go. Man. There we go. Okay, those are out. So now, yep, much better. So underneath these pins is the low voltage. Let me see if that's just clipped or if it's just, yeah, it just plugs in. There we go. So this connector here is the troublemaker. There we go. And then we'll also unhook these. Then we can fold the main board back. It's a nice piece of hardware, isn't it? Pretty board. Just got to watch the ground fingers. You don't want to pull those off. I think if we just take these out, probably these two as well. Let's take these out and see what happens. I don't know if it just lets that go. Oh, right. So this goes down to here. And this is why I recall it being difficult. This is all one piece. So yeah, it goes all the way down. Alright, that's loose. But now we got to get over here, which unfortunately means these boards have to come out. Yeah, man, I was hoping we could just take sections out. Can I do that if I... Wait a minute, let's see if I take... Nope. So we're just going to keep yanking screws. Because that screw was covered up by the board. Oh. Then don't let me forget to plug this back in. I always forget to plug this fan back in. At least once. Alright, let's get that fan out. And this is the other screw for the bottom. So that whole thing's loose. I just got to figure out how we get it out without pulling the other boards with it. Alright, so I am going to unplug the main board. Luckily all of these wires only fit in one spot, so unplugging is not a big deal. Make sure we put it somewhere safe. This one. And the ballast control needs to come out. So we'll pull that through. And then this is another, I believe this is a ballast fan. I'm just gonna, I think I might mark, yeah, let me mark this one. The one on the end I'm not gonna miss, but this one I might. So I got that connector back there. That actually isn't too bad to get to. There's two, top and bottom. Come on. There we go. Then I can fold that up and expose two more screws. Get these out. We're almost there. The whole reason I'm going this way is I really don't want to take apart any more than we have to. And you could just take it all apart if you mark everything. I think this is the last screw we have to worry about. Just getting around everything. There we go. All right, now the right here, this wire clip. Just unlatch that. There we go. All right. Alright, I'm taking out this corner. Two screws release this plastic corner, because then I should be able to slide. Yeah, there we go. this is what we're going for. Now you can see it a little better. It's a lot of disassembly to get to that point. It's a little tricksy, so looking good. So now let's get the ballast out. Now that we got the board loose, they bury it under there. Makes it so difficult. So hopefully I have a 230 watt ballast that will strike these lamps. I know I don't have an Ushio, but I hopefully have a Osram. Yeah, it's a dang one with the Rubicon. These are $400 for these stupid things. Not worth $400, it's just what they cost. Now, I've thought about trying to repair these. The problem, oh, you guys can't see. The problem with these, or the failure, I'm pretty sure, is this MOSFET pack here. Right there, that one. The SLA2601M. Let's see what those go for. Oh, and here's the part number for the ballast. This goes for pretty much all versions that use the same lamp as this one. If I remember while editing, I'll put a link up to the lamp. So if your projector takes that lamp, this is likely the ballast that's in there. RPB-0526GA by Rubicon, the capacitor people. Or that's what I know them for. Obviously they make other things. So let's see, SLA, let's say 2601M. Alright, Octopart, all data sheet, eBay. It's an hBridge. Oh, look at that, $7. Free shipping, where's these guys at? I'm in PA. From China. Okay. I mean, that's not terrible. I just was hoping there was one closer. Leads. I don't think I'm going to find this on Mauser. Yeah, let's look on eBay and see if there's anybody close by. Man. SLA 2601M. Maybe Dalbani has them. I like them. China. No problem with China. Just would like it to get here a little quicker. Now I might be able to get it from Time Electronics. That would be cool. I am going to check with Crystal over there and see. But it looks like these are all going to be overseas. 5 pieces. Maybe I could get a few of them and then... Yeah, alright. I'm going to see if I can get one of these SLA 2601Ms from Time. See if Crystal can get it. I'll get 5 of them if so, and then I'll have some here if people want to buy them. But in the meantime, I'm going to go through my ballast collection and see if I have any 230 watt, 210 to 230 watt ballasts that have this physical size and have that locking plug instead of the unlocking one. So I will be right back. So I just had an interesting turn of events. I pulled this out of my pile, this one. I don't know if it's good. It's got this wire plugged into it. It's definitely not a JVC wire. I don't know what it came out of. I don't know if it was from another one that I worked on or what. But it's identical. This is the one I pulled out. It's got the X on it. The same part number though. RPB-0526GA. RPB-0526GA. So it's the same as that. I don't know if that chip is good. I'm going to see if there's any way we can tell. Being that it's an hBridge, I don't know what the meter's going to tell me. But let's see if it tells us anything. Alright, so the bad one. Let's see here. So negative is here. Let's mark that. Alright. Because I want to see if there's maybe a short, just so we can, compare. Oh, come on, wire. Stop. There we are. They're wrapped up on themselves. Alright, so 4.7. Actually, we'll just start on one end here. 3.2K. Alright, 0. 328K. 328K. 200K. 300-ish K. 10K. Now I don't know if that chip is bad either. Alright, I got ground here, ground there. 4.5K. 315K. 200K. So there's one 10K measurement in there, but the rest are 2 to 300K plus ground. They got ground on either end there. So, on the other one, let's see if we got the same thing. Ground on either end. Yep. Then, let's see, 300. 300K. 200K. 310K. 10K. 100K is under the 10K, so let's just see if that's the same. 10K, 4.2K versus 100K. That's interesting. That might mean something. Ground, 4.5K. Let's compare. 4.5K, good. Now again, like I said, I'm not sure, 700 ohms roughly, I'm not sure if this other one is good. 480 ohms. So this one is measuring lower in a few spots, so I do, let's see, it's got 300 and 300. Yeah. Alright, so the questionable one was, no, where was it? No, this one, 4.5 and 480 ohm, 4.5K and 800 ohm. So you got 800 ohms, 783 ohms to be exact, versus 480 ohms, a 300 ohm difference. We do have a diode. Where is that going? To here? No. Here? No. Where is that going? Looks like it's just going through the board. Let's just check some of these diodes. Good. 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 We could just pop this one in and see what happens. Good. Good. And let's check this transistor. I think this is the one that actually turns the ballast on. Yep, that's good. And then let's just check this big diode out here. It's these guys. So nothing is obvious. But to be perfectly honest, that doesn't mean much. Oh. I stole some capacitors out of this one. Alright. This one's going to be scrap. I'm not trusting this. I see some capacitors that were yanked. This must have been out of something. This actually may have been... I actually don't know what this is from. But the other ballast I found was this one. And I don't know what the rating is on it. It is a Rubicon. I believe it's out of Panasonic because of the 3 pins. Now I don't need to use, I just need to do the outer 2 pins. But I don't know what the wattage is, so it's probably kind of a waste. I should probably just see about getting that chip or a compatible 230 watt ballast. So I'm going to dig around some more and I'll pop back with y'all when I have a better answer. Alright, so ballast I ordered arrived. I'm a little concerned because physically it's smaller, and in my limited experience with substituting ballasts, when they were small like that, they didn't usually work. But we will see. It's going to be this way. So let's see. It's going to go like that. So that means it's going to go like this. So I'll be able to use one screw. Something tells me this isn't going to work. I also ordered parts to repair the original one. That's probably what I'm going to end up doing. This one won't go to waste. It's a good 230 watt, you know, Osram Phillips compatible. Yeah, not ideal. But that's okay. It's enough for testing. So let me get this wired in, and then I'll bring you guys back and we'll see what happens. Alright, I have the board back in. Let's get the standby. Oh, let's... Almost forgot. Close the... that thing. And you get ready to yank the power cord in case it starts throwing sparks. Oh, worked better if I plugged that back in. I was wondering why nothing happened. Plug the keyboard in. That'd probably be helpful. There we are. Now remember, this is that 230. Now last time I put in a 210. but I went with the 230 watt version of the same ballast, so fingers crossed that works. I think I heard the lamp light. Oh, it came on and went off. I'll probably do it again. See if it tries again. See, it's lighting. It goes off. I think the TTL voltage might be different. I should check the resistors. Oh, you know what? Let's do that. Let me let this error out. Let me grab the other ballast. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So here's the old ballast, and I'm wondering about these resistors here, these two, because what happens, these are optoisolators, these two are inputs, that's an output. So one of these is lamp on, one of these is high-low, you know, bright not bright, eco mode, whatever you want to call it. And then this one reports back that the lamp is lit. So there's an LED here, LED here, LED here. So when a signal goes in on this one, or let's start with this one. This is probably lamp on, I don't know, but I'm going to pretend it is. So this gets 5 volts through that resistor, maybe 3 volts, we're going to check. I think it's 5 though. And then that lights up an LED in here, and that LED then trips a phototransistor that's coupled inside there. You know, it's an optocoupler. So when the light goes on in there, it turns on this side. Light goes on in here, turns on that side. So that when the lamp lights, it's lighting an LED here and sending it back. You know, sending a signal back. So what I'm wondering is maybe these resistors are too high a value. Maybe they're looking for, you know, the voltage just isn't quite right, because it's doing exactly what I didn't want to happen, which is the on and off. Let's bring you guys out so you can see. Alright, so I'm checking the upper resistor first, and it is a 180 ohm, both 180 ohms. And where's the okay, they're together. So that's common, that's not. Alright, I'm going to draw you guys a picture of what's going on here. So here's what we got going on. Pardon my amazing art skills, but I'm pretty sure what we got going on is we have 5 volts on common. This is probably 5 volt DC. So 5 volts goes in, and then through these 180 ohm connections they get pulled to ground. That lights up the LED maybe, and then turns on the photoresistor or phototransistor. Then once the lamp is officially lit, it sends a signal back here. Could probably fool it telling it that it's on, but what I'm going to do is pull that new ballast back out and check the resistors. Alright, so let's just make sure we're pinned out the same here. Here, just listen for the beeps. So I'm checking the lamp lit signal. That should be here and there. Alright, and let's see if that's the same here. Yep. Alright, then that should go here, and this one should go here. Yep, okay. Remember, this is the old one, this is the new one. So this one should go to second pin. Oh, oh, okay. Yeah, there. Yep. Alright, so this one should go to 2. Goes to 1. Okay. Yep, and then these are common. Yep, and 3. Yep, okay. Now let's check resistance. I'm sure you guys can see that. Alright, so on the old ballast we have 180. And on the replacement we have 100. I think we need to try some 180s or 200s in here. I'm not going to switch these because I did order parts for this, but I do have some, so we'll swap them in. Okay, they are not surface mount, but again, this is really just kind of a test. Took the surface mount ones off. I didn't have any surface mount 180s, so I just used some standard type. So let me get this all put together. I'm going to put some jumpers in so we can run the ballast outside of it, and then we'll fire it up. And we are back. I set up a little jumper system, an extender for the lamp. The power to the ballast is fine. Just have it on something insulated. So what I'm going to do is we're going to hit power, and I have, as you can see, the 2 resistors, 180 ohm. So now it matches. So let's see. Can't quite get everything in the picture here. So let me move the camera around a little bit so we can get the ballast and everything else in the shot. Alright, I'll go with that. Use that little door switch tool to kind of pinch that wire in so it sits a little closer. I do have to worry about arcing and whatnot. That's why I have this here to kind of just make sure that doesn't get anywhere near the main board. We have a standby light. Let's see what happens. Looks like it tried and it shut off again. Yep, lighting, that's going to turn off. Yep, same thing. So it's not that. Resistors are not the issue. It's either the strike voltage maybe, or the timing of everything. Not really sure. Yeah, there's the 3rd try, and after this we're going to get the lamp LED. Yep. Ballast does not work. Alright, so we're going to try with this ballast here. I actually have a few of these. These are out of... These were out of a Steelcase, I think. Steelcase PJ930, something like that. They're 230 watt. If you can see the sticker there. 230. See, are these all the same part number? No, not this one. These two. A419. Sorry, not this one. We're going to try this one, but with the gray capacitors. The board number is A4197500DG. I'm going to try those. I've got a few of them. This one's 240 watt. I'll try this one if these don't work. But and I also have, what do we got here? Ushio, doesn't say. So I don't know what the wattage is on this one, so we'll wait on that one. This one is a 200 watt. We might try this one too if the others don't work. So basically I have a 240, a 200, a 230 that didn't work. What's this? A 240. Okay, two 240s and a 200 as backup tests. And then for the real test, oh, three 240s. Sorry. But let's put all of the 230s over here. 240s over here. Oh, and I got one more. Okay, so to go over every, let's start that over. To go over everything that we're doing here, I have this ballast. It's mounted to the board or the plate that was inside the donor projector that it came out of. I have that clip just holding that wire up. That's the lamp feed wire. And I've got my extension cable so we can get a little bit of distance. That's the factory power cable. And then we have the control wire. So the projector is in standby, as you can see. And we are going to watch in this area first, because we'll be able to see the light if it comes on. So let's hit power. I should hear the, yep, there goes the lens cover. Okay, we do have light. See if it goes off. Oh, it's staying on. Okay, this is promising. Cooling fan just kicked on. So the fans are all on. Light is staying on. Now let's see if we get a picture. I see something like it's warming up. I got green lights where I used to have red lights, so I think the ballast is running. That's good. But I don't see an image yet, but I don't know how long these take to warm up. So, oh, hey, check that out. We got an image. Holy crap. We have menu? What's it doing? Oh, blue screen. We have menu. Holy mackerel. Picture looks good. I mean, it's out of focus, but the brightness is good. That is super cool. So, that means that this ballast is a, I mean, I'm going to call it a direct substitute for the $400 Rubicon. And I know these are not super expensive. They're, I don't know, 60 bucks maybe, something like that. Let's turn it off and let's try a different ballast. Door closes. We're going to let it cool down, and then I'll be back once I switch the ballast out. Okay, so I tried the unknown ballast, the go the right way, that 58111 out of the Vivatech, or I think it's going by the part number. But we got a picture, and it looks good. So they're all fine. I'm going to have, let's see, let's get them all lined up here so I look fancy and not get shocked by the one I'm working with. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 ballasts available. If I will put a link in the description to where you can buy them. If that link isn't there by the time you see this video, I'm sorry. That means I sold out. But just hop on eBay, and there's all the pertinent info. And for some reason, if you can't find that ballast on eBay, just search for Steelcase PJ930. It's an ultra short throw 1280 by 800 projector. Schools used them a lot. You should be able to get it pretty cheap, and you could probably yank the ballast out of that. I'm 99% sure that's where these all came from. So projector's cooling down. I will be back. I mounted the replacement ballast in here. Got the one screw here, and then I drilled a small hole, and then I have a screw, helical thread screw, going through that center part and holding that bracket in. That's not going anywhere. Smack, smack. So this will mount in nicely. Lamp output is on this side. It's going to go underneath the underneath the plate, and then the power comes in on here, and it comes out through that notch right there. So we're going to start putting this projector back together. I am not going to 3D print a bracket for this one. I just don't see the reason. It's a bit much, you know. So we're going to go ahead and going back and forth. I'd like to make something, but I got to charge by hour. So if I 3D print them a bracket versus making something, I know what I'll do. This one's going to go in like this, but for the other ones, I will make something because this isn't going anywhere, and the customer actually kind of needs it soon. I'm not going to make them wait just because I want to make a fancy bracket. So let's do that. I will turn the camera off and get you guys set up so you can watch me put it back together. To put this back in, I got to take the main board and the bracket back out. Let's move that. Actually, we'll get this ready. So that goes here. Or is it this way? Ah, it's this way. So the thing I got to remember is that the cord comes out here, up right there. When I tried it, I had it up out of it. It's got to be there. If it's not there, then it won't sit right. So I just got to remember that. Maybe I can get it to hook. Yeah, I got it to hook over there. And then the ballast control wire. That plugs in on this side. And then it goes across, out that hole, and up there and through there. And that's ready to go back in. Now, let's see, got a few of these to unplug, the little clips underneath or on top. Not all of them are clipped, but most of them are. The video, it's kind of hard to get your finger in. Come on. There we go. There we go. These wires are out. And then the low voltage right there. And we're going to leave the signal wires in place. They're not in the way. Now, I'm going to get this loose because we got to get this out because this whole frame has to slide out. I could probably unplug everything, but I kind of figured out a not terrible way to do this. I suspect there's a way to lift this whole mechanism out, or this whole assembly, but I don't know. One of these days I'll take the time and look at a service manual if I can get my hands on one. Let's get that out of the way. Unplug this fan. This little jumper. There we go. Alright, so that's up out of the way. Now this plate comes out because there is another plate under it that has screws going into the big plate that we need out. Now, being that I was testing, normally I wouldn't put all the screws in, but since this plate has a heat sink on it for what I imagine is a very important chip. I mean, they're all important, but that one looks super important, so I wanted to make sure that was getting cooled well. So let's see, can't quite get to the screw. It's alright. Let's try to see if I can not unplug this. So I just have to get that screw out. And now this comes out. Alright, yep. So now I just have to take out this screw. Now this should slide towards me. Might have to finagle it a little, but there we go. So I need to get the lamp wire. So let's get it out of this little clip. I need a little bit of extra length, and this clip here will prevent that. Oh. Alright, now we got that through. So I'm going to plug in here. And that's going to come out back there. That's where this gets kind of messy, where you might want to take all the screws out, but I don't think we're going to have to. If you're careful, kind of take your time, don't get caught up too much. Yeah, I think we'll be able to do this. An important thing of repair is not taking it apart any more than you have to. So let's not. That to line up like that, not like that. That's good. Let me get a screw ready. Get a hand driver, and I actually kind of want my vessel driver for this. I'll get it started. Grab that. That one. Yep. That is pinching. Alright, that's good. Yep. Wire's not bound. Okay, they're all in. Make sure that stays here. And then to put this back, find that if you slide it, pay attention to these wires and the fan, it'll slide back pretty well. Just make sure you don't pinch anything that you shouldn't. Make sure the low voltage cable's there. And again, make sure, this is critical, make sure that's coming out here. Like that. Now, let's put a screw in. I like doing this one first. Kind of holds everything. And then we'll put that one in. Oh, come on. I walked away totally. Alright, good. Now there's a low voltage cable here, this one. Unplug that. And that kind of needs to go into there's like a, I don't know what you, like a grommet kind of thing. So you can kind of get it to pop back in. Then, let's see if we can. Alright, good. So that should be all the underneath screws. Now we can start building it back up. This is going to go here. Yep, it's going to go there. Let's get those two in the back. Oh shit. All right. That goes here. Mr. Drill to hold that board out of the way. Set that down here. Now we're going to put the heat sink back in. And that will hold this board down. Now you got to make sure you put it on the right way. Pretty sure, yeah, that's how it goes. Looks good. Oh, this moved though. Okay, that's fine. Now I Got the heat pad in the right spot. We got that going down. 2, 3, 4. And these are all held in place by that piece of metal that goes on the outside. Alright, like it. I like when a little bit of perseverance works. Let me make sure I got that the right way too. Let's just do a little dry fit. Want to make sure I have that facing the right way. Yep, good, because these line up right. Just making sure. Taking an extra minute or two at this point is a smart idea. 2, 3. Oh. Ah. All right, that's good. That's good. Plug this back in. This back in. Let's get our fan. Actually, I'm going to pop this out so we can get to that fan and stuff easier. Something you definitely don't want to forget is this guy. Make sure you get all the wires up in there and okay, it's all in. Now let's put the main board back in. Getting this low voltage cable in is probably the most difficult part. And then getting the video cables in is difficult as well. But it's definitely doable. It's not as bad as it could be. Let's put... Did I forget? What goes under here? What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something. Yeah, I almost forgot this. Ooh, that could have been bad. I mean, it still would have worked, but, you know, I'm going to do it right. So let's loosen that. Let's pop these 2 screws out. Got to refeed those. These got to go up through here. I mean, they don't have to, but we're not going to half-ass this. We're going to use our whole ass. All right, much better. All right, and then this one in the back. What am I doing wrong here? Do I have it backwards? Now it looks right, but over here it's not right. I need to go back and look at my teardown video, huh? Let's get these screws out. We'll just look underneath. I'm sure it's something silly. Or maybe I do have the metal thing upside down. Pardon me. Is this bent? Okay, I see. Yeah, we're fine. Looks like the plate underneath got bent a little. So I just need to play with that a little bit. Let's unplug you. Alright, so that can't go underneath. That won't work. Can't go on top either. What am I missing here? I gotta go back and look at the old video. I'll be back. I remembered. Goes under here. You just unplug the low voltage temporarily. Goes right here. I was confused because if it goes under that board, it would short out against the board. But no, it goes right here. Yeah, that's much better. I'm going to put one in right here. And then set this board back down. Yeah, that's good. I didn't remember those being tied together. I mean, I could have just, you know, checked my old video, but I didn't. Because currently the other video is on an SD card that's in my pocket that hopefully I don't lose. And still steamed, I lost a really good video. I have a BenQ TK850 that I did a color wheel and DMD in, and I lost almost all the footage. Very upset about that. And as of filming this video, I still have the TK850 if anybody's looking for a decent 4K DLP. Okay, so that's good. They're plugged in. Let's get all these wires plugged in. Okay. And then let's get keyboard. Yep. Good. I'm going to put this back in. Goes under here. Trying to slide that under all smooth like, and then that clip closed up, so we'll just have to do it reverse smooth like that. Like that. Okay, good. Can I get, oh, maybe not. Let me loosen that, because there's another one that you can't really get out, so I guess I'm going to have to put it in this way, unless I pop that. No. No. See, this thing is just getting in the way. Let's see if I can get the screw out. So let me just move that plastic bracket back a little. I am kind of forcing things a little bit. Nothing that I'm uncomfortable with, but I really don't want to unplug all that if I don't have to. Ah, dang it. It's close. Let's try this way. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Then push that back in. That's good. Alright. Now let's just put the rest of these board screws back in. And then we'll put the side plate on. And then we'll try it, and as long as it works with that side plate on, then we can go ahead and do a final assembly. Oh, come on. We got to plug those video cables, those LVDS cables back in. These, I assume they're LVDS. They use those kind of connectors. Alright, so lamp. Come on. Alright, those are in. That's going to be down here. Plugged in, no loose wires. I like that. This is all looking nice. Let's pop that side. Oh, you guys didn't see me do any of that stuff. I will cut that out. Let's put the side plate on. Okay, that's good. Oh, I do have a screw back here I have to get. I forgot that. Let me get that real quick. I'm going to include something that a lot of YouTubers will not include. I made a mistake, and in fact, a lot of people who contact me make similar mistakes. I forgot to screw this back in. It goes down here. There's no way to get the screws in without taking that board out. So I got to take the side plate off. Take all these screws out. I don't think I have to unplug anything. We'll see. But I got to get that piece back in, and I can't, try to half-ass it. I got to use my whole ass. There we go. Let's go to second gear. Come on. And let me get my screws for that. Got this one. Yeah. Got two. All right. Yeah, that'll work. All right, let me move you guys so you can see better. So this goes here, like that. Oh, not like that, like that. We'll just move that over to hold it. Let's get this one in first. And then the one in the back. Okay. There we go. Feels good. Looks good. Now I can go back to where we were. And the reason I showed that is I get, you know, I do talk to people. I don't have a public email at the moment, but, you know, we can get in touch sometimes. And a lot of folks are like, oh, I got it back together and it was working when I took it apart, but now it's not. I don't know what to do. And, you know, sometimes you got to take things apart 2, 3, 4, 5, a dozen times until you get it right. No shame in that. The shame is when you give up. So don't do that. Keep trying. Yeah, let me get off. Go to a little slower speed so I don't strip anything. And I'm running, let's see, what am I at here? I'm running 3 on this one. The torque rating, I don't know what that works out to in inch pounds, but it's not many. And for going into metal threads, I'm comfortable with it. If I were doing plastic, I might be doing it with this until it gets snug and then doing the rest by hand, but this is cool. And again, our goal is to never have extra screws if possible. I'm pretty good about that. It does happen, but not often. Okay. This is pretty good. We're going to get this back into position. Am I going to reinstall that now? I might. That goes here. These go up there to there. See if I can just stuff that under here to kind of hold it. Yeah, I like that. That's good. That'll sit in there. These go here. Okay. Let me put some screws on the front, and we'll then after we do that, I'll get some foil tape for here, or the, you know what I'm talking about, the RF tape. This stuff. Let's get this back dealt with. Close this up. Alright, let's see. So this goes here. Alright. So that's probably that one. that one, and okay. So I didn't actually have to take the that one out. Oh, pardon me. Okay, that must not be it. These must be the ones for the HDMI. These use these kind of fasteners for the HDMI, pardon, because some of the higher end cables would have like a way to connect it to there, you know, to keep it from coming loose, like mechanically connect it, mount it, install, however you want to say it. And then we got our serial connector here, RS232. Alright, good. Just make sure there's nothing in here. See, it looks good. We got that one. Yep. Alright, I'm liking it. So let's put that back on. The only screws we're going to have left over should be these guys. These are the ones that held the ballast in. So other than those, we shouldn't have any extras. I don't know if I showed this in the other video, but to get the rubber boot back around the lens, get that air seal, just kind of run your finger around like that, and that's fine. Alright, we're going to try it. Power it up. This is our reassembly, I guess we'll call it, test, because after this it's just the outer casing. So let's do one more for good luck. We got light. It's staying on, so that's good. I hear the fans kicking on, up to speed, also good. Alright, it's almost up. It's coming up. I like it. We got picture. Obviously it's not in focus, but this is good for me. Menu. So let's shut her down and put the rest back on. Let's get some screws. I'm not going to put them all the way in. We're going to put them most of the way in. Because we might have to kind of wiggle stuff around a little. Get everything to seat. Hear this clicking? That's all the little nubs dropping into place. So I'm bringing it like all the way down except for that very last little quarter turn or so. Alright, let's run them in. Let's get the sides on, because we're going to do sides. Wait a minute, it was a top first. I think it was top first, then sides. Let's put the top on. My bad. Alright, we'll put the top on now. JVC reference series. These are just so nice. Alright, good. Let's get these. And again, I'm not going to run these all the way down at first. Get them all started, make sure everything's straight, and then we'll snug them down. This is all cosmetic from this point forward. You don't really need the top or sides for function, but obviously, sure, it looks a heck of a lot better. Although I will say, it looks kind of cool like this. I've always wanted to get one of these, take the plastic off, and have a wood cabinet made for it. A wood, you know, enclosure. I thought that would look really neat. You know, some nice, oh, I don't know, just some fancy wood. Be really nice. I don't know much about cabinet making or any of that kind of stuff. But that would be cool. Alright. And then I think these are marked left and right. Somewhere. Maybe not. Let's see. They don't seem to be, but that one definitely fit better than the other one that I tried to put on. Let's get those screws in. 3. Make sure those little tabs are inside. You know, these might actually be the same. I just didn't want to push hard. But I think this one was here because I can see the paint splatters kind of line up. This was obviously on the ceiling when somebody painted. This one. Beautiful. All right, let's put the other side on. Remember those little ears, make sure you get those in. And then our last 3 screws, we have no spare screws except for 2 from the ballast, because we had to use that other method of mounting the new ballast. Let's just kind of knock this dust off. This is going to be covered by the plate anyway. But I figure while it's exposed, let's get it. And put the filter back in, which is nice and clean. This is good. And all we have left are the screws for the mounting plate, and then those 2 little black screws for the ballast mount. So that's good. Okay, let me go bring this over and we'll test it with the big screen. It is booting up. We should see light. I see a very dim glow inside. Any moment we should see something pop up on the screen, or on your screen. I am pointed at the face of the projector right now and it's dark, but it's warming up. Come on, JVC. There we go. Where is it? Get our blue screen. There it is. There's our picture. I have to get the source hooked up. Let's see here. Let's just check the menu first. All right. Advanced. Put signal, ceiling mount. Actually, let's move this so we can see the. There we are. I'm just looking for a test pattern. I don't know. Remember if this actually has one. All right, lamp timer is reset already. That's good. Mask off. HDMI component keystone. This might not have a test pattern, but that's okay. Let me connect the signal to it and I'll bring you guys back once I have a picture running. And let's fire it up. Everybody loves seeing that open. Then I'm driving it using a Type-C cable to HDMI. My little test laptop died the other day, and I guess being close to 20 years old, it's time to let it go. This is actually the power adapter I use. You can see what I do here for the laptop. Alright, now let's get an image up. You guys can see what it looks like. Let's get to input. There we go. Right, obviously the screen's a little big here. The way the video looks is actually the video, not the projector. Let's see if I can fix that. Where's the video quality? Is it here? Come on. Trying to do this upside down. Oh, there we go. It's getting better now. Anyway, I'm just going to let this run. Picture is obviously inverted here, but the brightness is gorgeous. These ballasts are the way to go. In fact, before I wrap the video up, I'm going to come back and line up those ballasts so you guys can see what we need, or what you need if you need to do this yourself. So let me grab those and then we'll wrap the video up. So here we go. Here are the OEM ballasts. This is the one that came out. The Rubicon RPB-0526GA. These are expensive. I'm going to try and repair both of these. I ordered the hBridge chip. I'm assuming this is what's bad. I really don't know. But I got a good price on the chips, so, you know, it's really no loss if it doesn't fix it. But I suspect it will. And then I have all these for sale. All have been tested. In here, actually, in there. Tested all those, and they all work. So if you have a JVC that has one of these ballasts and is suffering from the same kind of symptoms, these will probably solve it for you, and I guarantee you they're cheap. Probably less expensive. I know these will be far less expensive than buying one of these, even used. Or, if you feel like getting it yourself, look for a Steelcase PJ930. Scrap it down, pull the ballast out. Then you can do the mod to the plastic, cut those corners off so it'll sit down in there. Oh, and the little nubs off the bottom, which I didn't do here. I gotta cut those little nubs off. But I will be selling these. Look in the description. I'll have something in there for how you can buy them. I don't know if I'm going to list them on eBay or Marketplace or what. I don't have my own place to sell them yet, but when I do, I'll put that in there. But yeah, so there you go. So if you have any questions about repairing your JVC DLA projector, go ahead and leave your question down in the comments. If you need a replacement lamp for one of these, definitely check the comments. There's a coupon code and a link to get a very nice lamp. It's actually the same one that's running it, well, not the same one, same model as the one that's running in here. And if you got this far in the video, think about hitting that subscribe button and the thumbs up button and whatever other buttons you feel like clicking. I'm not your boss. Do what makes you happy. But as always, if you got this far, thank you for watching.